Hi all, in this video I'm going to be looking at these hard plastic halflings from Wargames Atlantic. I received a single sprue of these guys for the cost of postage as part of the Great Wargames survey in the summer, but I only received them a couple of weeks ago. I think they were a bit delayed. I think they're on general sale now. Put some of these guys together. And these are some side edge clippers that I use especially for plastic. I try not to use them for anything else so they stay nice and sharp. I'm going to start by putting these two together. I'm going to do these guys as archers. So I've got the arrows and bows off the sprue. I'm going to use these sort of little bullet helmets for the archers. They've got a single predictable mould line just from foot to foot. Exactly what you'd expect. It's quite clever. So here the mould line's been quite cleverly hidden by the fact that he's wearing little greaves. So I dug some bases out, and for speed I'm just going to use a bit of super glue. So now these guys are all stuck on, I'm going to go around and blend where the integral base meets the new base with a bit of this brown wood filler. Okay, I've just squeezed a bit out of the tube. I've got a little scraper here. Just going to put that on. Trying to avoid the details on his feet. There are much cheaper similar products that you could use. Just any sort of wall filler, wood filler, spackle, I think in America, any of that sort of stuff. But I just like this pre-mixed wood filler in the tube just for convenience and because it does dry quite hard as opposed to some of the wall fillers that can be a bit chalky. Now they're in the sand with this brand new Arc-Coiled Explorer and this very old Chaos Warrior. Okay, so the little guys have had a coat of the Halflings Grey Primer. Odd one out, the little adventurer who got a coat of the black primer first, and then just dusting with the grey to pull out the details. And I painted these guys up with the same colour scheme as the rest of my Halfling forces. And here's how they measure up next to Halflings from a few different companies, including from Sabre Miniatures, TT Combat, Games Workshop and Wartblock. At £25 for 40 of these little guys, they could be quite good for mass battle games such as Kings of War. However, the sprue only contains 2 bows, 2 spears, 2 halberds and 2 slings, as well as a single shield, a frying pan and a sword. This means out of a box of 40, you can make a maximum of 16 models armed with a simple type of weapon. If you merge the halberds and spears and slings and bows, so like combat and ranged, you can still only make 33 of either a melee or ranged unit, which is to me a real shame. This seems like a missed opportunity. Personally, if I'd have built this, I would have included enough bows and spears to equip all the models, so you could make nice block units, or at least half and half. The strangeness is further compounded by the fact that at 5 torsos there are 15 different heads, giving you more than enough options as far as heads go. I mentioned my feelings about these online fairly recently, and actually I was quite surprised with the responses. A lot of people seem to suggest that they preferred the way the sprue was laid out with a lot of different options, rather than being limited by only having, say, spears or swords and shields or bows. So it might just be me. Let me know down in the comments if how you feel about it. Overall, I like the design, the classic medieval look of these halflings, and the level of detail is great, but the lack of being able to make matched units feels like a massive missed opportunity. The weapons loadout they've got suggests they'd be useful for smaller warband games, similar to the Frostgrave plastics, but at 40 at a time it seems to suggest they're geared towards more mass battle games, but you'd never be able to make a matched unit, and if you did, through either conversions or swapping with a friend, you'd still only have 2 arm positions for each type of weapon, which I don't think would look great. They also don't fit in very well with the rest of my more exaggerated proportioned halflings, so I probably won't be buying any more unless I need loads more for some reason. Overall, nice little box of models, but possibly just not for me. I'll give these guys 3 out of 5. As ever, thanks for watching. Let me know what you feel about them in the comments. Maybe throw me a like on this video, and see you next time. Bye.